This is another tough fight for Angel Alejandro, who's a little older than his brother. He's 23 years old, and let's see what he does here in the big stage.
Yeah, I'm surprised that they're matching him up. It's a big step up in terms of experience for Angel Alejandro, just like his brother took a big step up in the previous fight. Let's see how that plays out.
And Mark John had a war with Kentaro Masuda in Japan, because he's from the Philippines, but he flies out of Japan. And the big thing here with Mark John is he got knocked down in the first round and he came back up. So if that happens tonight, the fight is not over. This kid has a lot of resilience, and he's going to try to show it tonight against the other Alejandro brother, who's looking to at least get the victory today after seeing that devastating knockout we just saw in the second fight of the night.
And here's that knockout again if you guys are just joining us. Boom! Out goes Alejandro. That was John Camino scoring that huge one-punch knockout. Now we're going to see Arnold Alejandro's brother, Angel Alejandro, make his way to the ring right now, but you got to imagine that has to affect him somehow. We saw when Jermell Charlo lost to Tony Harrison. We had Jermall Charlo fight right after, and that affected him in his fight against Matt Korobov last year at the Barclays Center.
Of course. I mean, you know, these guys train together, eat together, they're family. They see this knockout in devastating fashion here at the MGM, and either there could be two routes. He goes over and tries to impress today, trying to make up a little bit of that extraordinary loss that his brother just suffered, or he also gets knocked out.
Yeah, that gots to play in your mind, and then as a fighter come in, you just gotta kind of have a blank state and just push it out of your mind. But you gotta think, because that's his brother, it's a little bit extra there in terms of his emotions coming into the ring right now.
Looks pretty serious. So let's see if that does factor in. Maybe it's not.
Well, let's go ahead and take it up to Miguel Flores to get the action here for this fight started.
Ladies and gentlemen, the action continues as Premier Boxing Champions now present 6 rounds in the featherweight division. It is brought to you by Bomb Squad Promotions, TGB Promotions, Mayweather Promotions, and Fox Sports. It is sponsored by MGM Resorts, Brooklyn Boxing, and Tecate. Introducing first in the red corner, wearing the black with red and silver trim. He weighed in at 132 pounds. His record stands 30 victories, 15 by knockout, opposite of 14 defeats. Out of Cagayan de Oro City, Philippines, presenting Mark Jr. And his opponent across the ring in the blue corner, wearing the black and gold trim. He weighed in at 130.5 pounds. His record stands undefeated, 7 victories, including 4 by knockout. From Dallas, Texas, presenting Angel Alejandro.
Okay, gentlemen, as you can see, anything on the belt is a low blow, okay? Obey yourself. Most importantly, listen to my commands. Touch them up.
Oh, he's looking dapper, Miguel Flores, huh?
Yeah, he is. Marcos Villegas here at the MGM Grand being joined with Felix de Jesus. 6 rounds in the featherweight division, as we're about to see Angel Alejandro take on Mark John Yap of the Philippines. Alejandro in the black shorts with gold trim. Mark John Yap with the black shorts with a red trim. Big difference in experience and in the records there. Felix Yap with more than 40 professional fights, while Alejandro only has 7.
Undefeated is Alejandro, but his brother was too just a couple of minutes ago, so hopefully he can keep that streak going. In regards to Alejandro, he's quite the counterpuncher, and he has a nice straight right hand, so watch for that. And he throws with both hands too.
Good movement there, much like his brother, who fought earlier tonight. Unfortunately, getting knocked out in the previous fight did Arnold Alejandro. Yap with a total of 316 rounds to his credit. Alejandro with only 21, Felix.
Yeah, I mean, they throw these two veterans against these brothers tonight.
They're really testing them to see what they're made of. Both fighters landing stiff jabs there.
Well, interesting is Alejandro here is not coming out full force.
Well, Yap doing a good job with the jab there, active with it, scoring points. Alejandro countering to the body, blocked though by Yap. Missing there, the big straight is Alejandro. Now, Mark John Yap's been fighting for 12 years as a professional. He's 30 years old, while Alejandro's only 19. See if he could overcome the age difference and the experience with his talent. And looking to have a different result than his brother is Alejandro.
Out of Yap's 30 victories, 15 have come via knockout.
Oof, he needs to be careful there. Almost got countered, did Angel Alejandro.
He's fought a lot in Japan, has Yap.
Those are tough fights too when you go overseas in Japan. So Yap is very durable. He's been knocked out twice in his career. Lost 12 decisions. Alejandro undefeated, looking to improve. Big step up in competition experience-wise for him as we come down to the final 10 seconds of this first round. Feeling out round by both fighters as Yap misses a big overhand. Good warm-up round for both of them.
Definitely. This was a fill-out round. Grand Prairie, Texas is home for Alejandro, but now Oxnard, California.
For more information to order tonight's pay-per-view, visit foxsports.com for all the details. Deontay Wilder, Luis Ortiz, the rematch happening later tonight. So we take a look at the corner of Mark John Yap, getting instructions from his corner.
Looks very confident, does he? So
yeah, he does. Well, with over 40 fights, I would think that would happen. You know, he's just confident, pretty comfortable in there. You don't feel that way after 40 fights. You might be in the wrong business, buddy.
There we go. Telling him to jab a little more is his corner.
No, he was very active with that jab in that first round.
Yep.
See if both fighters are now warmed up, start letting their hands go a little bit more as we begin round number 2 here at the MGM Grand. Alejandro versus Yap as Yap continues to throw at that jab. Alejandro having a very similar style to that of his brother Felix.
Yeah.
Ooh, big counter there by Alejandro. Good shot.
That left hand is low. Yap has it low and something that Alejandro's trying to take advantage of. He got him there with a good right. We mentioned it. He has a great right hand. Great counter puncher also is Alejandro.
Yeah, Yap not as aggressive as his other countryman, John Camino. He's a little bit more calm in there as he gets popped by a jab from Alejandro just now.
In that fight against Masuda, it was kind of the same way for Yap. When he got hit, then it's when he reacted and started throwing more. Let's see if that happens here today because Alejandro's starting to tag him now.
He's very patient is Alejandro. Very composed for a kid with just only 7 fights on his ledger.
That's what his brother tried to do for a couple of rounds.
Yeah, but you had Camino just coming forward, very aggressive.
Yeah, Yap is holding back a bit.
Yeah, he is. Alejandro coming over the top just now. Very good counterpuncher, like you mentioned, Felix. Good movement here. Yap attempting to get his offense going. Alejandro just moving out of the way, very suave.
A great movement does Alejandro.
Suavecito. I'd like to see, ooh, good counter there from Alejandro. I was about to say, I'd like to see Yap throw something behind that jab. Maybe go to the body or throw it straight. Something to kind of keep Alejandro occupied so he can't counter. Ooh, slip there.
He was trying to put him away with that punch.
Yeah, big punch.
They both have pops in their punch.
Good shot there just now from Yap to the body.
Yep. It is going to heat up. You can feel it.
Clubbing shots by Yap. Blocked, but they still take effect as Alejandro answers back. Fires his own combinations. Continues.
Oh, they're warm now. Whoa.
Ooh, good shots there.
That left hook by Alejandro.
Good end there to round number 2. Both fighters now fully warmed up. Letting their hands go a little bit more. Like the work that Alejandro did there in that second round, Felix.
Yes, he came with that nice right in the face, shook up Yap a little bit. Yap got composed, and then again, boom, the right. Alejandro handling himself real well here against Yap, and then Yap also heated up here at the second part of the round. I have a slight advantage for Alejandro so far in the first 2 rounds.
See the brother of Robert Garcia, Danny Garcia, in the corner of Angel Alejandro. As we go back to the corner of Yap, it's a corner imploring him to double up the jab and throw combinations behind it. Fully agree with that advice. I feel that he needs to let his hands go just a little bit more to keep Alejandro occupied so he's not thinking about the counters that he's going to throw or give him time to react to those counter shots. So we begin round number 3 here at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas. Packed card of action still to come on FS2, our prelims. And in our main event, Deontay Wilder and Luis Ortiz on Fox pay-per-view, happening here at the MGM later tonight.
So Yap, 30 years of age. Alejandro, just 19. Going to toe-to-toe right now.
Jabbing it straight there by Alejandro. Yap doing his best to load up on some of these punches, but Alejandro, like we mentioned, a good mover, also has great defense. He slips a punch there, rolls over it, under it. Digs at the body just now.
This is a big test for Alejandro.
So far, he's passing the test. Feel that had a good first 2 rounds, Felix.
Yeah, so if his career keeps moving up and he gets his man strength when he's 23, 24, it'll be great to have this experience under his belt.
Big shot there just landed by Alejandro. Yap rolled with it, still connected. Yap trying to land something flush, can't figure out the movement of Alejandro at this point. Alejandro just a little bit quicker, both on the hands and feet. Using his youth. Good lateral movement just now from him.
He can't get too cute because this guy Yap is a veteran and he could put him out too.
Nice counter shot there just now from Alejandro. I think Yap's might want to change up the game plan. I don't think this is good for him to try to box Alejandro at the mid distance. He's just getting outgunned, and Alejandro's just a little too quick for him. I think he's gonna have to rough him up, Felix.
Yep, I agree. Well, that's a game plan by Yap. You know, keep him from the outside for a couple of rounds and then come in, have him feel his power.
And Alejandro's been landing that straight with more frequency now. It's been his money shot throughout these 2 rounds.
Left hand getting lower for Yap as the rounds keep coming. Look at be something Alejandro exploits. Tried that left hook to the body, covered by Yap.
Come down to the final seconds of this third round. Alejandro fighting his fight. Patience, showing good defense and movement. Befuddling Yap.
So far, 2 great fights. This one's not bad either. So, as we see here, the right hand.
And he's been landing that punch the whole night, Felix.
He hasn't caught him in the chin yet. That's why I don't think he's clocked Yap up to now.
No, but he's racking up those points.
Yeah. But Yap, the veteran, of course, gets a little bit off target. Doesn't let Alejandro hit him full flush. So, but now a little more serious in his corner. He probably knows he's losing the fight.
Yeah, needs to do something different. You got to change it up. Might just be too, Felix, just outgunned, out-youth.
Yes.
Might just be a little too much for him right now.
Sometimes when you're as old as Marcos Villegas, you can't get up to be fighting every night. So Alejandro trying to at least get this victory, make it an even day for the Alejandro brothers. His siblings got knocked out in the second fight, Arnold, and now Angel here against Yap.
Well, Yap back to his jab. Was using it very well in that first round, kind of went away from it in the last 2 rounds. Corner telling him, needs to get back on it. Good shot to the body there by Yap. Alejandro responding though.
And he's feeling it. You see how Yap's left hand is going up? He's protecting it. He's getting hit with that, so he wants to make sure he protects that side.
Oh, he just got hit with the jab just now by Alejandro. Not much head movement from Yap either. It's a bit straight up, come forward. And loading up on that punch just now to the body. Like this movement from Alejandro, Felix.
Oh, definitely. He's keeping his distance. Doesn't want any surprises.
Yap, though, series of combinations landing there.
He just landed there, and he didn't do anything to Alejandro on that shot.
Didn't seem to affect him too much.
So that might work in Alejandro's favor now and attack a little more. Both brothers have the great defense, but the difference is Angel moves a little more than Arnold does.
Yeah, a little bit better legs from him.
Much louder. Younger and just a little more talent.
Skinner continues to shoot that jab out there. Yap obliging, trying to score to the body. Swinging big, but Alejandro seeing that punch from a mile away.
Yeah.
Good clean jab just land there. Yap trying to make it a dogfight now. Sensing a little bit more urgency from him moving forward.
Yep is looking to score something big now.
He just got to work a little bit more.
Yeah, I think he thinks I'm not winning this fight. Let me get him with something big here to try to turn the tide.
Yeah, got to change it up, do something, because Alejandro's just outboxing him at this point.
Just keeping his distance, engaging when he wants to, is Alejandro.
Jabbing with Yap when he jabs, slipping, high guard.
On cruise control right now.
Showing a lot of promises, Angel Alejandro. So big pay-per-view leading up tonight on Fox. For more information, to order the fight, visit foxsports.com for all the details. Deontay Wilder, Luis Ortiz 2. Our main event, Wilder defending his WBC heavyweight title. So we take a look at the card on pay-per-view. Leo Santa Cruz taking on Miguel Flores. Leo Santa Cruz looking to join an elite group of Mexican fighters to be 4-division world champions as he goes to win a title in the super featherweight division. Brandon Figueroa defending his super bantamweight title against Julio Ceja. And Ledwin Bartholomew of Cuba fighting Eduardo Ramirez in a rematch to start the pay-per-view tonight. For more information, go to foxsports.com to order the pay-per-view tonight.
All underdogs in this pay-per-view are tough fighters, so need to order. History could be made tonight on Fox pay-per-view.
So we begin round number 5. Angel Alejandro showing his movement, his counter-punching. Ahead on the scorecards, I would think, Felix, so far through 5 rounds.
Yes, I think so too. Yap looked good for about 1 round, but as soon as he got his rhythm, Angel did. Things a little different now for the kid from Dallas, Texas, who of course trains now in Oxnard, California.
Good combination there by Alejandro, in and out. Yap, though, targeting that body, coming forward now. Big haymaker punches coming from him. Doing a good job of slipping that jab just now. Digging to the body, clubbing shot there. Should have fought like this maybe 2 rounds ago, Felix.
But this is where it gets interesting because he's taking those blows and not feeling anything. So now it's Angel's fight right here.
Well, Alejandro doing a good job of covering up when Yap is throwing these big clubbing shots.
That was a good shot by Yap, but totally blocked by Alejandro.
Yeah, Yap needs to be careful too when he's throwing these big clubbing shots.
He's bleeding from the nose already, so Alejandro doing some damage here against Yap.
Well, Yap needs to be careful that he's not going to get countered when he's throwing these big clubbing shots. So he gets hit by a stiff jab. Yap answering back, but these punches being blocked by Alejandro.
But now the difference is, Marcus, you feeling the sting still on the shots by Alejandro, not that much by Yap.
Yeah, everything that Yap's throwing is just being blocked or he's out of range. Needs a fight in this distance right here. Keep it close.
Alejandro's corner right away was get away, get out from there.
Yeah, rightfully so. That's not his style of fighting. This is exactly what Yap wants to do. He's finding more success now. So he's crowding Alejandro, not allowing him to get distance.
Sometimes you see fighters, well, you know, I can fight your style, but not in this case. It could be dangerous for the young Alejandro.
A hook now from Alejandro. He's moving a little bit more. Slips that big haymaker from Yap. Yap swinging big with these punches, and Alejandro able to move out of the way. Final seconds of round number 5. Good punch there.
Oh, that left hook connected. Whoa.
Yap not happy with eating that big hook there from Alejandro.
Sort of like a late punch, but you know, he was on his way. As we see here, finding Yap with that left. And then again, he faked twice and then right through the middle, and then another punch, another left hook. He complained a little bit of Yap hitting behind the head.
That was that hook that I was talking about just right there.
Yeah. This kid showing that he's a top prospect. Oh, and he's really bleeding now from the nose.
Look at that nose.
Yeah.
Yeah. Looks like he got hit with a frying pan.
Yeah. The nose, what? Because the nose flattens out a little bit? Yeah. Is that what happens when they hit you with a flying? Yeah. You've been hit like that?
I've been hit with all sorts of things, Felix.
No chancleta been thrown? No?
The sandals, vacuum hoses, coat hangers, you name it, man.
Whatever mommy could find.
Yeah, whatever she could find, she threw at me. As we begin round number 6 here at the MGM. Angel Alejandro, Mark John Yap. Alejandro showing he's a prospect to keep your eyes on. Great movement so far. Able to control Yap, keep him at his rhythm. Yap finding it difficult to let his punches go as He's bleeding now from his nose.
And in Alejandro's case here, it looks like it did not affect him, his brother's loss, which is important as he moves up with other big fights. Anything can happen in boxing, and there's still time here for Yap to do something, but the way we're seeing the fight right now, it looks like it's going to be Angel Alejandro's win.
Yeah, Yap needs to pick up the volume and the urgency a little bit more if he's going to want to get in the win column. He needs to do something urgent. There we go. Digs to the body just now. Needs to do more of that.
Maybe just a little too late for Yap.
Good power jab to the body just now from Alejandro. Yap is trying, but Alejandro's defense tight.
Yeah.
Not letting any of those punches land flush on him, though he sees them from a mile away also.
This is good because Alejandro now is going into deeper rounds. His average for his last few fights have been 3 rounds.
Much needed experience for him.
Yeah.
And against an opponent that has a lot more experience than him. A lot more in-ring experience.
Made his career in Japan. Yap.
Alejandro now the one pressing the action forward.
Yeah. He's on cruise control.
Or he knows that Yap can't hurt him. He's just too quick for him.
That's correct. Gutsy performance by Yap. He was hanging in there, but Alejandro was just too much for him.
Just the better racehorse is Alejandro. Has youth on his side, speed on his side, a little bit higher boxing IQ as well. Just come in the last 10 seconds, this final round. Alejandro and Yap closing out their fight here. Yap with haymakers, but all of them being blocked as both fighters embrace each other and go back to their corners. We would assume that Angel Alejandro should get the nod here with that performance tonight at the MGM.
As we see here, these are some of the highlights. The right connecting by Alejandro. That was early on. Another right. Deflected some of that punch, did Yap. But all night, the teen was connecting. There we go again. That right was just hitting Yap all night. Took advantage of those skills. Then with the left, there twice. And then again, even the inside fighting was very good for Alejandro. And it was just too much. Too much for the veteran Yap. Who,
I think that hook was the one that busted up the nose of Yap.
Changed the fight totally.
Yap getting wiped down.
This is the difference. This fighter did show why his record is 30-14.
He's had a lot of experience as Yap, but no, it comes to a point, you know, where the guy you're fighting against you just has a little bit more.
Yeah.
Just
sometimes you beat the, I don't want to say mediocre boxer, but you beat them, and then when you come to elite, you know, there's just too much for you.
It's just too much, yeah.
It's a great night. We're just getting started here. This was your little appetizer. You get to see it on social media. Then you tune into FS2, some more fights, and then the pay-per-view, which we're, of course, all waiting for.
Let's get the decision. Let's take it up to Miguel Flores.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 6 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards. Judges Max DeLuca and Don Trella both saw it 58-56, while Judge Ricardo Ocasio saw it 59-55. All three for your winner by unanimous decision, Angel Alejandro.
Okay. After the fight. There viewers, your winner, Angel Alejandro, improving and still undefeated. The 8th win of his professional career. Victorious, all smiles there with his trainer, Danny Garcia.